Hachette Audio presents Funny Because It's True, How the Onion Created Modern American News Satire. Written by Christine Wenc. Read by me, the author, Christine Wenc. Prologue. The Onion's story begins in the 1970s with a real newspaper, the Hammond Times of Hammond, Indiana. Hammond borders the southern end of Lake Michigan and is part of the larger Chicago metropolitan area. The story also starts with a real newspaper editor named Edward Keck and a real reporter, Janet Keck, born Janet Von Hoff. Most American newspapers were, and still are, a business. Sometimes a highly profitable one, sometimes one that sends owners into bankruptcy. Whether a newspaper is successful, whether it can stay in business, depends on much more than the quality of its content, though that can matter quite a lot. Newspapers have always been more than sources of information. Since the creation of mass production and its required corollary, mass consumption, culture in the 19th century, when the beautiful flora and fauna of planet Earth started to be mutilated at enormous scale into products to be packaged, purchased, used, and thrown away, all powered by the burning of coal and oil, newspapers were there to tell us both how to live in this new world and what it all meant. Separation from nature, from our own experiences and observations unmediated by sensory overloading news, entertainment, and information technology, meant not understanding how things worked anymore. We were now in a world where media told us what was real, what was important, and what was not real or important, which was anything that did not appear in the media. If you have the power to tell people what reality is, you can do all kinds of things. Wealthy investors bought local papers, became newspaper publishers, and thereby gained even more influence and power. Even if they didn't own the newspapers in a legal sense, big business and political operatives and public relations firms skilled in applying economic pressure and manipulating public opinion could affect what newspapers printed in all kinds of ways. The idea of objectivity has always been complicated, but the press has always fought back against external forces trying to shape its messages. Some versions of reality are better than others. In the 1970s, newspapers were not the sad, thin remnants of themselves, supported by half-page ads for hearing aids and erectile dysfunction products.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?